came on an occasion. They were revealed due to an occasion. And the occasion was when the Persian Empire overcome the Roman Empire. You all know at that time there was two big empires, the Persian Empire in the east and the Roman Empire in the west. And really the Arabian Peninsula was sort of powerless in that power scheme, in the big scheme of things, if we were to say. When the Persian Empire won over the Romans, obviously this was during the time where the mushrikeen in Mecca and the battle, the creedal battle, the debate about Aqidah and Iman was going on in Medina, in Mecca. At that time was Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa ashabih and his companions were debating the people of Mecca. This was an idea of, we're believing in a creator versus, as you all know, the Meccans were believing in many, many things they call gods. That was also the case for the Persians at that time. The Persians at that time did not believe in a creator who was attributed with the attributes of godhood, but rather they believed in many things, the Zaradashtian religion or the worshipping the fire. So the people in Mecca, or the Qurashi society at that time, found it as a great support and a great sign that the Persian won over the Romans. And the reason for that is the Romans were Ahlul Kitab, with whom we have lots in common. In other words, we believe in a creator that is not idol-like, sort of, at least at that time with them. Obviously we believe that. Also we believe that there are revelations. We believe that there are messengers. We believe there are books. We believe all these things, and all these things are in common with the people of the book. So sort of the way that, I'm trying to put you in the picture how things were, and the way it was that Quraysh thought that if the Romans win, that's going to be a good sign for the Muslims, because the new coming Muslims now with this new idea that there is a God and God ought to be worshipped, and God sends messengers and God sends revelations and God sends all these things. So that was an idea that was already accepted to the Christians at that time, and that was propagated by them, but that was an idea that was rejected by the Persians at that time. And Quraysh, or the people, the society of Quraysh, conveniently, obviously, found themselves allied automatically with the Persians, and therefore they were extremely happy to see that Persia subjugated Rome, or the Romans, if I may say that. And that was how things were. Where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Alif Lam Mim, Ghulibat Rum. The Roman Empire has been defeated. News. Obviously, from that also you can take the prophecy of the Prophet by giving us, at that time there were no satellites. In that time there were no internet feeds or anything like that. Nabi al-Alam sallallahu alayhi wa Allah reveals to him, and then he tells things as they are, and then people will come to know these details eventually, afterwards. This was the first two ayahs. The third ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives now another piece of news, another future telling us what will happen in the future, where he says subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَهُمْ مِنْ بَعْدِ غَلَبِهِمْ سَيُغْلَبُونَ. Now they have been defeated, and let me recite the end of the land. But they, even after this defeat of theirs, will soon be victorious. So now, after they have been defeated, they'll be victorious. Remember now, if you may ask yourself, well, why does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us news that they'll be victorious? What is this or, okay, fine, about telling what's going to happen in the future, but is this related to the Muslimin or to the believers, to the Muslims, to the new Muslims that are coming in the Arabic Peninsula? Yes, if you understand it in the way I just told you, where the Persians were counted more as an idol worshipping society, and the Romans were counted more as people of the book who believe in the prophets and the revelations, etc., etc. Obviously, let me go through some introduction and then we'll go through some ayahs here. Al-Quran did not stop here. This is the beginning of this ayah. They were defeated, they'll soon be victorious, and what is their relation with us? Like Al-Quran goes on in the surah, Surah Al-Rum now, to use this, now this event as a beginning, as an entrance to this whole topic of Surah Al-Rum, but then take us to wider horizons and take us to a vast atmosphere where he connects the new Muslims, the few that were surrounded in the mountains of Mecca, that were overpowered by the tyranny of the people in Mecca, to connect them with the entire world. Not only with the entire world, but to connect them actually with the entire universe. With the entire universe and with the laws that the universe is based upon. Not only that, the laws upon which the heavens and earth were built upon. To actually connect them not only to their presence, but to connect them to the past times of this universe as a universe, and to connect them to the present times of the universe, and not to stop there, but to actually put them in touch with what will happen in the future of the universe. So this was a way out for the new Muslim Ummah. And then the ayah goes to sort of pass from the past, present, and future of the world and the universe to go on to the next stage, to go on to the next world, to what happens after this world is done, to al-alam al-akhar, basically. Then al-ayah, if you go, and I want you to, and I really should have asked them to put, and I didn't know, they just told me that like a couple of days ago, just so you know. But they should have asked people to read the surah, and if you can't, please go and read it today, after this. Then the Surah Al-Rum, takes the believers on a ride throughout heavens, to show them basically scenes of the universe, to take them and open these eyes, the eyes of the heart, so they can see the universe. And then furthermore, the surah takes the believers into the deep depth of the human soul. Beyond now, it goes now into the selves, it goes to the souls, and then it goes into the world of behaviors and social and psychological behavior of the human being. Only for the believer to find themselves after this, reading the surah, in this huge ocean that has limitless borders, but it's feeding them with knowledge, and it's raising them in illumination, to take their life and broaden their horizon, and to take them out of this seclusion and embargo that the people in Quraysh put them through. This way they can come now and really be living part of this world, to basically break the embargo of time and place, only to open for them the vastness of this universe with its timeless and limitless atmospheres. This basically is the beginning of this. And then obviously you see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this surah here trying to put people in touch with a very important aspect that people oftentimes forget, that this whole universe and everything about it is not simply chaotically and coincidentally or circumstantially founded. In fact, it is founded on rules. Everything that governs